70 fight win streak at 42 years old. This is his best 14 knockouts, destroying those who dare to mock him. And almost all of them are world champions. With the timestamps, too. I know what Dos Santos. Asian Justin Bieber is just mad disrespectful, bro. I know about Charles Francois. I don't know about any of the other people, though, so. Alright. Saenchal. Let's see what you got for me, bro.
About how to do Muay Thai different than anybody.
It's hard to express how amazing Saenchal is.
He is the best of the best, not just of this generation, of any generation. He is up there with the greatest Muay Thai fighters of all time.
Every time he steps into the ring, we can witness just how out of this world his talent is. He is so respected that even when his opponents lose to him, they show tremendous respect. Genius is a word that is often overused, but it's safe to say that Saenchal is truly a genius of Muay Thai. No other Muay Thai fighter can fight for decades and seem to hardly slow down like Saenchal, still making it look easy to this day. This is proven by the fact that at 42 years old, he is on a 70 fight win streak.
What is he? Is he Thai or is he something else? He's from Thailand. 45 years old now. What's his record? 313 wins, 41 losses, 5 draws is insane, gang. What the fuck?
Never has there been a fighter who can switch from fun to devastation like Saenchal. And even more incredible is that most of his opponents are monsters too. In this video, we're going to recall the 14 best knockouts performed by Saenchal and enjoy the poetry in motion.
Bro, if he would have landed that, bro, he could have
coach
killed
of all
him.
time, Pipa, as well as the legend Somrak, Saenchal fused the best of boxing with the best of Muay Thai. Combined with training partners such as Ladzilla, Saenchal's unique footwork and focus on speed will make him untouchable in Muay Thai. The fusion of great footwork and having superior speed enhance the already hard to beat style of Muay Thai, which normally focuses on stability and power. And yet many of his opponents still believe it'll be a good idea to mock the legend. What a terribly sad mistake that is. Let's see how Saenchal knocks out those who dare to mock him. Here's 14 of his most impressive knockouts.
It's funny too because I had 313 wins. He probably has some serious knockouts in here, bro. Like, that's like 6 boxing careers put together. That's like 15, 20 mixed martial arts careers put together. These Muay Thai dudes get down, bro. Yeah, that's a fact.
Saenchal vs Jonathan Tuhu. Against Tuhu, a super jacked fighter known for his aerial spinning kick knockouts, Saenchal came out again with a shuffle. Then he tried a bunch of his signature moves from the jumping teep to the jumping roundhouse. Tuhu reacted well, but Saenchal was eventually able to get a slick sweep. When Tuhu swung a big left hook and missed, Saenchal taunted him by leaning forward and smiling. When Tuhu threw a power low kick and missed, Saenchal waved him on by hitting his own leg. Then in a weird moment, Tuhu stuck his hand out to fist bump Saenchal, and when Saenchal went to fist bump too, Tuhu pulled away and started dancing. In the next round, Tuhu started the round with a push kick to Saenchal's nuts. That made Saenchal pull up his shorts.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Yo, in New York, we do the same thing, bro. We pull our pants up, arms out like this, bring them back in a square up, bro, and then you finish after that. No funny shit.
Then push kicked Saenchal to the nuts again, but this time, Saenchal parried it. This seemed to anger Saenchal, and he got serious, hunting for left crosses. Eventually, he found a mark when Tuhu swung for an overhand and missed, and Saenchal pulled back and countered with a perfect left cross as Tuhu fell forward. When Tuhu went for his signature tornado kick, Saenchal just backed away and started to laugh. Then he clapped for Tuhu to mock him. When Tuhu threw a kick, Saenchal caught Tuhu's right hand and pulled it down to clear the entry for the cross. Saenchal seemed to be friends with the opposing corner, so when he drank his friend's water, he spat it out back at them. Tuhu started to do spinning kicks for some reason as Saenchal celebrated on the ground.
Excuse me?
And started to laugh. Then he clapped for Tuhu to mock him. When Tuhu threw a kick, Saenchal caught Tuhu's right hand and pulled it down to clear the entry for the cross. Saenchal seemed to be friends with the opposing corner, so when he drank his friend's water...
Nah, this right here is why I had to stop, bro. Listen, so his opponent Tuhu was in his corner. This is not Saenchal's corner at all. That is Saenchal's trainer, bro. Watch this disrespect.
He spat it out back at them.
He drank old boy's water and then spit it at his trainer, bro. And then, what the fuck?
Started to do spinning kicks for some reason as Saenchal celebrated on the ground. Saenchal versus Nedo Gomba. Gomba is a fighter infamous for hitting...
That was cold-blooded, but it wasn't a knockout. It wasn't a knockout.
...his ex-girlfriend. But he seems to respect Saenchal because he randomly bowed to him during the fight. When Saenchal charged in, Gomba almost landed a check hook that off-balanced Saenchal. Then he tried to jump and kick Saenchal, which resulted in him getting swept flying into the air. When Gomba caught Saenchal's roundhouse, we saw how supreme his balance was. No matter what Gomba did, Saenchal remained perfectly in balance. That was when Gomba realised he was outmatched. The next time Gomba caught Saenchal's leg, it was actually Gomba that got swept to the ground. That is how powerful Saenchal's hips are. Saenchal then decided he wanted to end the fight, and stalked Gomba down, trapped his lead hand, and went for the power cross to finish the fight again. Saenchal versus Henrique Miller.
Yeah, I'll say, very, very impressive, bro. No bullshit. Like, very impressive, genuinely. But also still not a knockout. Like, the fact that he was able to stay on one leg, bro, while old boy's holding him, and got kicked twice, bro, right in the knee, and didn't even falter in any way. Extremely impressive, but not a knockout.
Henrique is one of the tallest fighters Saenchal has ever fought. He's good too, having knocked out an all-time great fighter named Pampayak. Against Saenchal, he came out swinging for the fences. But then the master fought back, and although the giant was getting overwhelmed, he was loving it. But he turned more serious when Saenchal caught his kick, and aerial kicked him as he was falling. When the giant got up, he tried to pressure Saenchal more.
Bro, what?
When Saenchal caught his kick, and aerial kicked him as he was falling.
Nah, that's insane, bro. To actually be able to land that, that's like a level of mastery, bro, you do not see like that, bro.
Giant got up, he tried to pressure Saenchal more, but it didn't work so well. Saenchal landed beautiful elbows and push kicks, as well as landing combinations at will. But Muller was clearly a big fan of Saenchal and was experiencing extreme battle joy against him. He was having so much fun. To combat the smiling, Saenchal fed him 2 crosses. Then they started playing and laughing and kissing again when Saenchal climbed onto the giant to fake an elbow and then kissed. When Muller went for a rear teep, Saenchal caught it and went into his signature cartwheel kick, which he landed flush with the knee. They both fell down, but both got up looking super happy.
Bro, this man did a cartwheel so he can knee him in the side of the head. Muay Thai is official as fuck, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. These dudes fight dogs, bro. It's not even MMA, bro, where people be on bullshit out of the fight, bro. This is official.
But as Muller kept laughing, Saenchal kept feeding him crosses. And when Saenchal remained relentless and ruthless, he cornered the giant and put him down with a beautiful combination. Muller survived the round, but when the next round began, Saenchal landed the best question mark kick that he's ever thrown. When he raised his knee, the giant thought it was a body kick and went to block it, but this left the head exposed for a perfect landing. Muller even smiled on the way down, but he could no longer smile after he fell to the floor. After the fight, Muller and Saenchal embraced with a deep hug, and then Saenchal kissed everyone in the ring. Saenchal versus Gabriel dos Santos.
Bro, that kick gang, that's some elite level work, bro. Yeah, View, you were right, bro. This dude is definitely he's gotta be on the Mount Rushmore of Muay Thai.
During the stare down before the fight, the opponent decided it would be a good idea to push Saenchal. Saenchal humbly said it's okay to the officials on stage, who were very powerful men connected to every type of leader in society, and escorted the young fighter off the stage himself. When the fight began, however, Saenchal was no longer kind. The warrior is no longer in the garden, and he's now a lion hunting his prey. Saenchal knew there was no need to teach this fighter a lesson outside of the ring, because he knew his opponent was about to face the biggest test of his life inside of the ring. In the beginning of the fight, Saenchal came forward to test Gabriel's offense. Immediately, Saenchal got his leg caught in between the ropes and the opponent tried to attack him anyway. The illegal move woke up Saenchal's fight energy, and that is a scary thing for anyone, no matter the opponent. It was clear that Saenchal took this personally, so he waved the opponent on to say, "Okay, you want to fight? Time to give you one, young Padawan." From being a counter fighter, Saenchal turned into an aggressive fighter. He was hunting his opponent down and nearly landed a flying kick which would have ended the fight. Right after Saenchal put him down, he walked away like a badass. With dominance established, he brought out all of his showmanship antics, more than we have ever seen before. These antics include flying teeps to the face, hitting the ropes with his hands, laughing at his opponent as he misses, pulling up his shorts, tapping his head with his jabbing hands. Saenchal did it all within a few mere seconds after the knockdown. Then he proceeds to go on a 10-hit combination, with most of the strikes landing. After playing around with his prey, he decided it's now the time to drop him again. This time, he chose the signature cross the knee, which is done by distracting and blinding the opponent with the cross to set up a perfect opening for the knee. When his opponent got up, Saenchal sent him flying again with an aerial sweep. While being an absolute badass,
Yeah, I might have to go impregnate some lady over in Thailand, bro, just so I have a little Muay Thai champion in my family. This shit is official, bro. I think I've watched this doesn't really count as like watching a fight, you know what I mean? But I think I've watched like 11 or 12 Muay Thai fights in my life. Always some dogs, man. And I heard during the training they could fight like all day, bro. No funny shit, like every day. Like how like the dudes be over in the Caucasus Mountain regions and all that shit. Like Dagestan and Georgia and all that. Dudes over in Thailand are just like that, the same mentality.
Saenchal never stops being a comedian. He entertained the crowd with a spinning kick to end the round and getting his leg stuck in the ropes. After struggling for a few moments, he got his leg out and started dancing for the crowd. These antics are why endless amounts of fans show up to watch him fight. In the final round, Saenchal went for another 8-hit combination with an overhand elbow and a knee to the face landing flush. When his opponent went down, in another showcase of complete dominance, Saenchal started kneeing the ropes after the opponent fell. What could be more discouraging than that? Now desperate, the opponent decided it would be a good idea to throw a spinning back fist, and that's when Saenchal decided to stop playing around with his food and ended the fight. He backed the opponent up with his signature question mark kick, followed by a face teep, and then his signature
Why not? No, you said a wife. I said I need a child. I need to create a child with someone from Thailand. I don't want to marry someone from Thailand. I think the cultural differences would be too much. I wouldn't like that shit.
cross the knee combination again. With 3 knockdowns in total, the fight is over. The arrogant opponent was brought to his knees over and over again in this fight. Although Saenchal gave him a much needed lesson in life, he went over to hug him immediately and even kissed him. They embraced with hugs after the fight. It was all love. Saenchal versus Stanislav Patrakov. This fight didn't last very
How old is this video? 25 years old?
long. In the opening round, the opponent threw a right kick, which Saenchal blocked and countered with a left cross to the body.
And whoa. I just realized two-way, I'm bugging. Bro, I'm not white, I'm Caucasian. There's a major difference. Please respect that, bro. Major difference between being a white man and a Caucasian man. I am a Caucasian man. I am not a white man.
He then threw a face teep and blitzed him with a Superman left cross into power right jab into another cross. When the opponent got up and rushed into clinch, Saenchal pinched down on the opponent's underhook and threw an overhand elbow that ended the fight. This is a classic golden era technique that not many people know about. Saenchal vs Adeolton Freitas. In this fight, Saenchal goes up against a multiple time world champion that is about 40 pounds bigger than him. Saenchal is the one moving forward.
40 pounds? That's an insane weight difference, bro.
And pressuring. But when Adeolton hits back, Saenchal was visibly affected. When Saenchal was starting to read his opponent well, he started to throw his signature attacks. But when Saenchal threw the cartwheel kick, Adeolton blocked it and hit a beautiful kick in attempt to sweep. This of course is legal, but Saenchal showed an angry face and Adeolton immediately bowed and apologised. This gave away all the momentum and Saenchal started putting on a show. The Giant had his moments at pressing forward with his punches, hitting Saenchal clean once. When the Giant tried to sweep him, Saenchal reversed the throw when the opponent went for a knee. He landed beautifully in side control, showing us that if Saenchal wanted to do MMA, he would have likely done great. Throughout the fight, Saenchal kept finding his mark. But what led to a knockdown was when Adeolton threw a knee. Saenchal blocked it with his forearm and levered the momentum to throw an overhand left. He rocked his opponent again right after with the same cross when the Giant threw an inside low kick. Saenchal then landed 10 strikes in a row and then landed another 10 punches to finish the fight like Hitman.
Oh my god.
Saenchal vs Stephen Milady. Against Stephen Milady, an Irish world champion, Saenchal looked slick from the start. He dodged all of the high kicks thrown against him and countered Milady beautifully. He almost kneed Saenchal to the nuts, but Saenchal was indifferent about it. But the show really got started when Saenchal went for the cartwheel kick. At this point, everyone was loving it.
And yeah, like he's genuinely beating the dog shit out of these dudes, bro. But he didn't knock any of them out. Like, clearly he's goated, you feel me? Like, this dude's putting in work. But the title man misleading, bro. He ain't knocked out a single person, at least not in this video.
Both fighters exchanged for 5 seconds with each other, and when Saenchal climbed onto Milady, he showed a downward elbow and kissed his opponent instead. The Irish fans loved it. Throughout the fight, Saenchal was dominant in catching kicks and countering Milady with it. To get the first knockdown, Saenchal again caught Milady's kick and fired multiple left crosses as his opponent was on the retreat. When the opponent rushed in to throw a left hook, it was met by Saenchal's check hook. Eventually, as Saenchal dominated the fight, the referee stopped it. Liam Harrison went to hug Saenchal, but was rejected the hug. Saenchal climbed onto the ropes and did a primal yell like a general who just won a hard battle. Unfortunately, this was at a school gymnasium instead of a stadium like it should be. Saenchal vs Craig Dixon. At the very start of the fight, Dixon mocked Saenchal's hip dancing. This angered Saenchal and made him go for a face teep right away. Saenchal then went after Dixon, landing strike after strike without any response. Eventually, Saenchal landed a jumping face teep and that made him happy. He also knocked Dixon to the floor with a teep. When he did the shuffle, Dixon mocked him again by...
Nah, bro, run that back.
Teep, and that made him happy. He also knocked Dixon to the floor with a teep. When he did the...
Yo, bro. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I'm fucking with Muay Thai, gang. This shit clean.
The shuffle, Dixon mocked him again by doing the shuffle. Then after landing some solid shots, Saenchal did the hip dance and the shuffle and Dixon no longer mocked him anymore. When Saenchal got kicked to the leg, he smacked his own leg and used the squat to jump into a flying kick. In the next round, Saenchal scored extremely well, doing whatever he wanted to do to Dixon. After a push kick, he faked another push kick to switch into an orthodox jab and left knee. As the knee lands, he grabbed Dixon on the neck and landed a beautiful lead right elbow. This would later become one of his signature attacks. Dixon was now in survival mode, but kept moving forward like a warrior. Saenchal threw a body shot that rocked him, but he got up right away and kept fighting. But once Saenchal finds a weakness, he is ruthless with it. So a few moments later, he threw the same shot again and the referee stopped the fight. After the fight, Craig looked super defeated when Saenchal kissed him. But that's what you get for mocking the greatest of all time. However, Saenchal's next opponent did not learn from Dixon and made Saenchal even angrier. Saenchal versus Gilles Barash. In the start of this fight, Saenchal did his signature shuffle in what seemed like forever. When Saenchal climbed onto Gilles to throw a downward elbow, he was tossed to the ground. Gilles then mocked Saenchal by shuffling, and Saenchal was immediately angry. He pulled his shorts up.
It was at this moment that he knew.
Yeah, this dude gotta know some people from New York, bro. The getting crazy, bro. I feel that energy in my soul. No bullshit.
Up.
Saenchal then went on a combination attack right away, landing everything he wanted. He continued to press Gilles to the ropes. Then he blocked Gilles' lead hand, faked a lead kick which made Gilles attempt to grab, faked a cross which made Gilles lean, and then threw a jumping high kick which knocked Gilles out.
The first knockout of the video. This dude's nice as fuck, bro. I just wish they ain't lying the title, man. This dude is, I don't even know how to describe his skill, bro. It's ethereal watching this, bro. It's like watching Demetrius Johnson, bro.
Here's Asian Justin Bieber going crazy on the knockout. Saenchal told me that
Is that why the timestamp is Asian Justin Bieber, bro? That shit is so disrespectful. Yeah, it is. He's definitely a trickster, bro. He's smooth as fuck. And yeah, they have a whole timestamp just for this dude appearing in the video, bro. It's just so disrespectful.
if he didn't knock out Gilles with his kick, he would have had to forfeit the match because he couldn't walk after. That's right, he kicked Gilles so hard with his kick that he hurt his own foot. Maybe fighters should think twice before mocking Saenchal. Saenchal versus Alessio D'Angelo. Against Alessio, Saenchal was in charge of the fight from the very beginning. You can tell how in charge Saenchal is by when he decides to throw the cartwheel kick. If he throws it right away, you know that he's ready to dominate because the cartwheel kick is a high risk, high reward technique. To finish the fight, Saenchal controlled the opponent's lead arm as he explosively tie-hopped. When the opponent tried to throw a left hook, based on the opening that Saenchal gives him, Saenchal finished Alessio with his signature high kick against the hook once again. Saenchal knew he wasn't going to get up from it and celebrated with kisses towards the crowd. What is most touching about this fight is how Saenchal hugged Alessio after the fight and carried him to the corner. Alessio kissed Saenchal and then gave him a deep bow of respect. Saenchal versus Charles Francois. Francois is one of the best French Muay Thai fighters and a world champion.
Yeah, I heard about Francois. He was on ESPN before. Not for this fight, but he was on ESPN for some type of Muay Thai fight. I don't know, remember when it was. It was a long time ago now.
To begin the fight, Saenchal shuffled again. Francois tried to pressure Saenchal but got swept immediately. Now Saenchal signals with his arms to say, "What are you going to do about it?" After that, he knew he had the momentum and started to throw his signature shuffle to teep and flying kicks. This got Francois chasing, but Saenchal swept him into the corner once again, which made Saenchal happy and he started to hip dance. When Francois charged forward to pin Saenchal onto the ropes, he climbed up again to feint the downward elbow. The battle joy in Saenchal's face is so apparent. It's obvious he lives for fighting. What
Yo,
happens
this
next
dude's
is the
a
biggest
demon,
scoring we've
gang.
ever
I
seen in
fuck
Muay
with
Thai.
him.
After Francois throws a rear push kick, Saenchal grabs the leg, hops in explosively, fakes a kick, and as the opponent panicked, he grabbed the back of his head to circle around him and fire a kick to his back. This is legal in Muay Thai, but Francois didn't know, so Saenchal signaled him to stop complaining. When Francois charged forward to throw combinations, Saenchal defended all of it and waved him on for more. But when Saenchal threw, all of his strikes landed flush, and he was in full showman mode now. The first knockdown happened when Saenchal decided he wanted to throw an overhand. There wasn't much of a setup. Saenchal was just...
I couldn't even imagine being like the greatest fighter of my country. And then some dude pulls up, bro, for the hands. And he's just absolutely embarrassing me in front of all my people. Wicked.
too good with his timing and fired it right down the middle. He chased Francois down and threw another left cross for another knockdown. But Francois is a warrior and got up again and survived the rest of the round. In the next round, Francois thought it would be a good idea to pressure Saenchal and chase him down. But that's when Saenchal exploded into another left cross to finish the fight. Saenchal
Flatline,
again
though.
carried his opponent to the corner and kissed him after the fight. Saenchal versus Alejandro Amikusi. Against Amikusi, Saenchal went on the offensive right away. He cornered the fighter and launched a flying kick and a 9-hit combination on his opponent. After the combination,
Yo, I keep hearing all these crazy ass combinations: 7 hits, 10 hits, 11 hits, 13 hits, 10 hits. What's one? He just said 9, I think.
opponent ran away from Saenchal. He let out some primal punches into the air with a mean face. Saenchal then landed 16 strikes in a row.
Bro, a 16-piece combo? It's like he's fighting children at this point, bro. What the fuck? That's absolute domination.
To finish this fight, Saenchal engaged with a teep into a sweep, followed by a right knee to the sternum. This rocked Amikusi, and Saenchal launched another knee to the head as the opponent was going down. Saenchal kissed and hugged Alejandro after the fight multiple times. Saenchal versus Topik Abdulev. Saenchal came out shuffling again, and Topik countered it well with an inside low kick. Topik then continued to low kick multiple times and was doing well on landing them. But then Saenchal decided to bring out his full arsenal, and Topik had a really tough time dealing with the variety. Saenchal started to find the body shot with his left cross and left knee again, and landed it over and over until Topik went down. Saenchal versus Javad Big Deli. Javad started this fight by throwing a roundhouse straight to Saenchal's nuts. When Saenchal landed a flush left cross, Javad decided it would be a good idea to taunt Saenchal. He dropped his hands and leaned forward, which made Saenchal go on the offensive right away. When Saenchal...
What, this fight said 2019, right? At the beginning? Oh, it's not going to show me the precision seeking thing I'm looking for. By then, this guy's already a GOAT, bro. Why would you taunt this dude, bro? I don't care how good you are at fighting. I think this is 14 fights, but yeah, basically, bro, he's schooling all these dudes. 2 KOs.
Swept Javad. He put his hand in front of his face and offered him a hand up. Throughout the round,
he flatlined the dude from France, bro, and had him stiff on the board, and they skipped ahead to where he was up and then carried him over to the corner.
Saenchal continued to punish his opponent, but Javad's confidence was still riding high. Every time Saenchal landed something nice, Javad got up and put on the swagger of a badass. When the next round began, Saenchal landed a beautiful knee to Javad's sternum. This made Javad drop his hands and ask for more again, so Saenchal started to punish him to the body. Javad had a warrior spirit and tried to pressure Saenchal, but after he tried, Saenchal basically said, "My turn." The beautiful knees to the body continued over and over again, and this time, Javad acknowledged them with a nod instead of a taunt. Saenchal knew that his opponent was feeling the shots, and now even his own taunts and feints were making Javad panic. Knowing his opponent's weakness now, the knee and body shot attacks continued. When Saenchal landed another very good knee to the body, Javad again taunted him by asking for more, so Saenchal obliged, and landed 3 more knees to drop Javad. It was a ruthless cross-to-knee combination, followed by a knee to the head, and an overhand elbow, and another knee to Javad's head on the way down. The confident fighter could not get up, and Saenchal went over to hug and kiss his opponent right after. Javad looked defeated after the bout, but still hugged Saenchal like a great sportsman. To this day, Javad has been looking for a rematch. This was Saenchal's 14 legendary knockouts. What do you think of the Muay Thai legend? Please let us know in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Here's a message from Saenchal if you haven't already.
Kenshin, video really good.
Heard. I'll say, while this was an absolutely wavy video, this dude's a fucking savage. Most of those weren't knockouts though, but that shit was wavy. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I'm gonna have to watch some more Muay Thai in the near future. I couldn't imagine being 42 years old and still doing this shit. Just wavy. That was cool as fuck.